DBSCG thingz.
What is up, you guys? My name is Taxon, and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG thingz. And today we have a battle between King Vegeta and Mechikabura. I am here accompanied by my cousin Junie playing Mechi.
What's going on, y'all?
So today we're gonna sit here. We're gonna kind of walk you through this battle. I did go ahead and get this battle. It was a 30-minute battle, so I did speed it up a little bit. It's at 1.5 times speed, so we're gonna be
super long. It was ridiculously long.
Yeah, so we figured just
to
fast forwarding it a
speed
little
it
bit,
up,
make
yeah.
it to where it's not one of those videos that just drag and you don't actually watch the whole video. So basically, I think I rolled like a 10.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you went first this game.
Yeah, probably. It's been a few days since we played this game, so we might be struggling to remember exactly what we're doing. Either way, we're mulliganing here, picking up our stuff. Junie went ahead and rolled, setting up a life. I did make one change to my King Vegeta deck after this battle. I took out the secret rare, which I was running was Heroine's Lineage. If you've seen the deck profile, it will be in the description below. But I did change it to SS3, the Unison.
Yeah. Very strong.
Very good, and it just ties along with the leader very well, especially if you take your turn 3 to get the Vegeta out the turn before.
Really just stalls out your opponent and everything. Makes him really think.
Yeah, and it's just really board control.
Yeah.
Just minusing everything they play. Every single time they attack, you minus it.
Yeah, doesn't it minus it?
The dude comes out, the Unison comes out, and it's board wiped minus 25k. It's just an amazing card.
Yeah.
So either way, I did start, so I used my Young Invader skill to go ahead and take a life and play him. Pay 1, go ahead and put the Vegeta on field, top 5 search for a Red Saiyan. Here I just go ahead and take my Raditz.
And with this deck, like I was saying, I think in another video, it's more like aggro based. So now since you changed it, I'm very curious on how it performs and everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did it after the battle, so it's not going to be seen in this video. So maybe in a future video, we'll be able to see how the deck does. I didn't really change much of what I do in the deck. The game plan's still basically the same. Put out a whole bunch of little smaller attackers, crits, double strikers, and then if it gets to the point where I need to put out the 5-drop Vegeta, put out the 5-drop Vegeta, and now that I got the Unison, the turn after that is for the Unison. Board wipe, and then now I have a, dual attack blocker, board wipe, amazing card. So I go ahead, pass it back to you, give you the Young Invader. You swing at my leader. What you do is you go ahead and look at your life. You get 1 ball. Go through your deck, get another ball. Here, I believe I just end up taking the damage.
Yeah.
I'm rereading over the Vegeta just to make sure that it's any card when I attack at it, because the Vegeta says when I attack at one of your cards, it's minus 5k. So if I swing at your leader, it's minus 5k for that battle.
Yeah.
So I did take that damage from your leader. You go ahead and discard the 1-drop ball to discard the 0-drop to go ahead and draw 2.
Which I like the new what is it, the new Dragon Balls, the
promo one.
Yeah, the promo ones really help out.
So they go ahead and do it again. Yep. So now just on your turn 1 you have 4 balls in your drop.
Yep.
Which is very good and very fast paced for a Wish deck compared to what they were back in the day.
Yeah.
So here you go ahead and play out the 4-drop Toa. He's a pay 1. If you have 2 or more balls in your drop, you can play her. You can search your deck, put more balls in the drop. Doesn't look like you did that, but you went ahead and warped my dude, which is what she does on the field. And then she's a blocker. So she's an amazing card. That in my opinion, that might have slowed down your awakening a little bit.
Yeah.
But probably not too bad. It's also going to let you get the 2 extra draws because you're going to swing with your leader, pick them up, and discard them, draw 2. So here I go ahead and charge. It looked like a Violent Raise, which I do run heavy on Violent Raise in this deck, and that's just because Young Invaders doesn't let me play Topo if I play an Invader into your field on your turn. So the thing about having a heavy Violent Raise in this deck against Mechi is that most of your attackers are, especially in the earlier games, are like 15Ks, 10Ks.
Or lower.
Yeah, and then you're taking my cards, and my cards are all 15Ks. So it's really not really a good idea to go ahead and bank on a Violent Raise against this deck.
Yeah, because usually I would say the turn 4, turn 5 is usually when I'd play like the hard, heavy hitters. And by then you're could already have a field of blockers, or you could have, like how you said, another Violent Raise in hand.
Right, absolutely. So this turn I opted to go ahead and pay 1, put out the Trunks crit. So I swing, take a life, make him 15k crit. Looks like you used your blocker on him, but I just took the life to take the life, I believe. I go ahead and use my leader's swing, look at the top. Go ahead and give me one of those burly boys. So I left it at 10. You go in ahead and combo the Majin Buu, which is a great thing to combo from your hand in the Mechi deck, because now you can go ahead and pay 1 on your opposing turn, discard 1, and draw 2 at the end of your turn. So that's amazing.
Yeah, it's very...
So here I went ahead and used Young Invader's effect to take a life, play a little weenie. I played the Broly. Now I paid 1 to play the Broly. You were tapped out, so I got to look at your hand.
And just to tap 1, just to see your opponent's hand is very phenomenal.
Yeah, if your opponent taps out, it's just like, oh, and that's the thing, most players don't run the Broly, so people don't expect that.
Yeah.
But I think in the long term, I might just, if I do take it out, it'll still be my sideboard. Just because being able to see my opponent's hand in certain situations is very, very critical.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, he's a 19k barrier attacker, so he sticks there. He's the body. So what I did was I ripped myself to play the Invader, paid 1 to play the Broly, and then I woke and stood 1, drew 1. Now I'm swinging in with the Broly. I give you a damage. You go ahead and take it. I pass. You get a little Broly. What this Broly does is whenever you play a card on your turn, he's going to go ahead and make you warp a card from your hand, and then at the end of the turn that you played the card, you pick it back up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going ahead and reading him.
Just double checking on what he all does and stuff.
So what he did is he comes out, if you're at 5 or more, you crit a life, draw a card, so you're doing that. Now you're out here deciding what to charge. And you already got, from your first turn, you already got 4 Dragon Balls in your drop area, so I'm almost expecting you to awaken this turn just because, you know, all it takes is your lead swing, get 2, and then a pay 1 for either a Salsa, a Shroom, or the Toa, and then boom, you awaken.
Yep. Usually you can get the awaken turn 2, turn 3, almost guaranteed.
Yeah, but with Mechi, dude, it's very, very quick.
Yeah.
It's very, very quick. So here, yep, just like I called, you're going to go ahead and swing in with your leader. You're going to go look through your deck. You already looked through your life, so you know there's none there.
Yeah.
Get the 1 drop, get the 0 drop. Perfect cards to go ahead and discard and get 2 cards to hand.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I'm at 15, so basically you're going to have to combo here in order to do damage. You do pay 1 to go ahead and combo out my Broly, which some players do. They do this often in order to go ahead and get rid of those guys so their effects don't hurt them.
Yeah, as bad.
And which, I mean, it is effective. I mean, you were going to have to warp a card if you played a card this turn.
Mm-hmm.
So here you use the balls, you discard the 1 drop, the 0 drop, you draw 2. So how are you feeling the matchup felt for Mechi against King Vegeta? Did it feel like you had an advantage at any point of this game, or did you feel like it was just onslaught?
Honestly, the one thing I was worried about was just my Salsa, just allowing me to draw after I put all my Dragon Balls into my drop area. Because he's just a 15k. When you're awakened on your leader, you can minus him to 10. And there's other cards that you run in the deck that obviously you can just continue to minus him. So that was the one thing I was just like really worried about.
Right,
was,
because after you use that -7 to get your triple attack, you basically have no draw power.
Yeah,
for the
after
deck.
that, you know.
So you want to make sure that you'll also stick on field,
and,
which I already knew that was part of the game plan. So
yeah,
being a King Vegeta player, I want to deny you as much hand advantage as possible.
Yeah,
and I definitely don't want you to see later turns.
Exactly.
So when you play a guy out, I'm just gonna try to kill that as fast as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So here you went ahead and took my little 1 drop 5k. He's not an attacker for you because you don't get his auto. He's skill negated. So you went ahead past turn. I charged the Invader from my hand, swinging in with my lead. I'm gonna get my draw.
Yeah, and the reason why I just
I believe here you just go ahead and poutine. This is the topo for Mechi, and this card it's absolutely amazing. Not only so not only do I feel like it's better than Topo, and it's leader locked. If it wasn't leader locked, it would be better than Topo. But the reason I think it is better than Topo for Mechi is that it's warping the cards from your hand. Now Topo, if you discard 2 cards, that can be helping you for an overwhelm, that can be helping you for a sparking.
Yes.
A lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? But with her, you're denied all resource there.
Yeah, and there's some cards that you can play from your drop area and play them out. So just sending them from your warp it just really hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, so what I did was basically we're ending my turn. So I knew I couldn't attack no more, so I paid 1 to use my activate main on my Young Invader field spell, allowing me to -5 one of your cards. So I -5'd your Poutine, that triggered my leader's effect, to minus it another 10, and I just killed it and then passed it back to you.
Yeah, that was honestly pretty smart because that's a 15k attacker.
Yep, so. 15k attacker, and I just if I couldn't attack you, I'm gonna get rid of some of the pressure you're gonna put on me next turn. So exactly. let me just go ahead and do that. You know, might as well.
Exactly. You just stop. You like how you said, just stop a little bit of pressure instead of 3 swings. Now you just gotta deal with.
Yep, and not even the 1-drop. You know, because the 1-drop 5k, I could have minus my card from your field, but what's the point of me minus them 5 card K? You're not gonna. Unless you're really desperate, you're not going to combo into that attack to put pressure on me.
Exactly.
So here, basically, you started your turn, you charged a Kai from your hand. I love that. Negate card's amazing. So you tapped it, you went ahead and played the salsa because you had the balls in your drop area. You swing, I believe I say no negates here. And what happens is you get your draw. Whether I move a card or not, you get your draw. But I do have a battle card, so I do move a card.
Yeah, and with that new ruling, it just honestly, I feel like that changes a lot for the. His name is Salsa, I believe.
Salsa, yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I was really kind of iffy on this game because that's really my draw power besides my.
Okay,
meter.
So what I did there is instead of just going ahead and taking the damage, I used my Vegeta Imposing Presence to negate the it doesn't negate the attack, but it minuses 10 ignoring barrier the attacking card. So I -10 your salsa, trigger my leader's effect, -10 it again, and then now, for the rest of the turn, if you want to attack, you have to -5 the card. Mm-hmm. So basically, you can sit here and you can wipe the invaders from your field, which is probably smart, which I don't remember if you do or not, which you probably do.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably deciding what's best to do, and you're just going to swing with the guys on your field and get rid of them.
No. Right here, I don't recall one of them.
So go ahead and pay 1, you play another Toa. She makes me warp a battle card, or warp card from hand and draw 1, so I do that. I get rid of Bardock. Bardock's harder to get out, just because I have to really rely on my crits and stuff, because I can't play him on my opponent's turn.
Mm.
So you go ahead and swing, you get your draw.
And then with this, I didn't... Oh, yeah.
I believe here you just go ahead and combo up to 20, get him out of the field.
No, I go to, what was it? 15 because you negated.
So yep. So you had a -5 to get up to 15.
Yeah.
So basically here, a super combo. I played out my Whis super combo to -10 your blocker, and she's gone.
She's dead. Which was
Take care
really
of that.
good.
I'm trying to keep up with your board, and so I can put as much pressure as I can on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's less cards for me to have to swing at and deal with on my turn, then that means the more pressure I can put towards your life points.
Exactly. Which I did not see that coming. I was like, oh, swing with my lead. I thought I was pretty confident, combo with one of your cards, and then you're like, all right, super combo, -10 your blocker. I was like, oh, no.
Try to get rid of that. Yeah, I love that Whis in this deck. Although it's not searchable, if I draw into that, it's 30k worth of power for 1 card from hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you're swinging with a battle card, and it's too effective.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I just got rid of your blocker for comboing out of an attack. Come on now.
Yeah.
And plus, if I didn't already use my once per turn auto on my leader, that could have been a -20 on a card.
A battle card, yeah.
It's amazing. So yeah, just swing lead. Swing and lead again. Basically, I swing with my lead. I always swing with my leader first, basically just to get my draw because I'm afraid of your Poutine.
Mm.
Unfortunately, you're at 1 energy. I don't think I noticed that. But either way. Swing through leader. Unless you're versing yellow, try to swing through leader first.
Yeah.
So basically, I bottom decked the invader. I put on my Vegeta. It looks like, oh, yep, I was about to swing, and I was about to say, I think I forgot to do my top 5. I top 5, and I had nothing anyways. So, looks like when I swing, you're just going to go ahead and warp him. So, that hurts for me. It is what it is, though. He comes back at the end of the turn. I think I forget to do that.
Yeah, bring it back. Then I remind you.
I think it causes like a slight confusion and a misplay that we end up fixing in my next turn, I believe.
Yeah, because we forgot about it and whatnot.
Yep, I forgot that it came back. So I end up trying to play one, I believe, the next turn, and then
I see, and I was like,
I was like, that's supposed to be back there, and I was like, okay, well, I just won't play it.
Yeah.
So either way, we'll get there when we get there. I use my my field's effect to go ahead and play an invader. I pay 1. Play my Broly, look at your hand because you tapped out to play the Kai. Mm-hmm. Take a card from your hand for the turn. Looks like you just went ahead and comboed out your Kai. Pretty easy. Save you. It's amazing. I mean, you get rid of a battle card, you negate an attack, and then it's 5k combo power and field. It's amazing.
Negate an attack, stop the threat, and then combo it out for the attack.
Got out of that 19k Broly attack fairly easily. So I did go ahead and just pass it back to you. I left 2 energy open, and as you can tell, I did opt to not go ahead and play an invader into your field this turn.
Yeah, and honestly, when I think about the 2 energy, I'm like, oh, I know what's about to be upon me. Some justice.
Yep. You must respect the justice when you see a Topo Poutine. It's always better just to end your turn. Just do what you can do that's not going to make you discard. So basically, play cards, use their effects, and just pass.
Yep.
So basically, you play the dude. You warp my field, but my entire field has a barrier. So basically, you get to choose 2 dudes in my warp and play them, which is absolutely amazing. So you go ahead and choose my Vegeta. You choose my Bardock. Both great cards. Both very useful threats. Now that we're watching this in 1.5 speed, it doesn't look too much faster. It looks decent.
Yeah.
It's at a decent pace.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are enjoying this, guys. If you guys are new here, I hope you do hit that subscribe button. Mind hitting that bell so you're notified every single time I upload. And I will always have more videos like this. Stay tuned. I will have the mechi deck profile from this battle up onto the channel within like either tomorrow or the next day. So you go ahead and swing with your big ol' 8-drop. I Topo.
Yep. Really
so basically here you use leader effect, bottom deck a card, take my Topo.
Take your Topo.
Here you're going ahead and say, well, I can't swing with it or else I'll drop cards, so I'll just give it back to you. I'll play my Ginyu. And here, I believe you discard 2 to play Topo, or to swing through Topo.
Yeah.
And that, it kind of blows my mind. So I do want to know, what were you thinking in this situation? Why did you choose to go ahead and discard 2? I believe what you choose to swing with is the Ginyu.
Yep, and here it is. I seen I feel like I had a little bit more card advantage. So I just wanted to do some type of pressure here just to get you down to I'm at
3 here, I believe.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
3 or 4. We can't.
I think nope, that's 4 actually.
Yeah,
no, I'm at 4. So I was very confused on why you discarded 2 and then comboed so heavily into a double strike attack and leave me at 2. Basically what I do here is you combo 2 super combos and a card from field, and I combo my Whis. And what it does is minuses 10k a battle card, and then it triggers my leader's auto to minus it another 10k. And since your Ginyu is just a base 20, it just kills it.
Yeah, it just kills it in the mid combo, and that's what I should have thought of, honestly. I forgot about that leader that minuses 10k when we were battling.
Yeah, so that really, I think right there is basically what wraps up the game for you. You went ahead and you discarded 2 cards from hand. You super comboed 2 super combos away. So now I know you're light on super combos. You even went far enough to get rid of one of your attackers out of the field for me, so that's less cards to deal with. And you honestly didn't want to discard 2 more. So here's the situation where I was talking about last turn, where I basically misplay. I played him out. I looked at the top 5. I whiffed anyways, so I shuffle my deck, and then what happens is he's like, yeah, I used this Kai negate, and your dude's supposed to be back. So I'm like, oh yeah, well I just won't play him, and then I looked in my deck and I was like, oh man, I really messed up because I looked at the top 5. I was like, whatever, I'll just leave it how it is. I replayed him from the drop, and it was, in my opinion, I thought it was basically game anyways. So I didn't think it really affected the game outcome. So him coming back, he does come back without any skills, so I don't get the top 5, none of that. But he does gain crit because he comes at the end of my turn, and he's technically there. So what I do is just swing at your leader. I get my draw. I believe I drew into a super combo, so phenomenal for me. You're just going to go ahead and take it, which is great for me because now I know you're at 2 and I have the 5-drop in hand. So here I believe pay 3, evolve over, I'll draw 1, and then what I do is I'm going to swing at your leader. And here's where I basically proceed to just dump hand. I'll bottom deck 1, I'll draw 2.
Yeah, big number.
So he's a 25, 35, 2 cards, 55, 1 card, 60.
Pretty sure.
60,000. Double strike to your leader. So basically what you got is 15, 20, 25, 35, Majin Buu, 40.
Yep.
And I believe that's it.
That was the game.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's it
I
there.
don't know why
So I hope you guys did enjoy the battle. If you're new here, like I said, please go down there, hit like, comment, subscribe, and all the above. Do you want to say anything, Junie, before we leave?
Always read your cards and like, comment, and subscribe.
Absolutely, guys. With that being said, I will see you guys in the Mechikabura deck profile. Deuces.
Peace.